You're watching episode 2 of the Amherst Project
Bagpipes and Muslims.
for March 18th, 2011.
Welcome to
The Amherst Project.
Video news.
We're going to be talking about the real St. Patrick. We all know about the green beer, the green bagels, the parades, the crazy costumes, the wearing of the green, kiss me I'm Irish, all that stuff.
Our St. Patrick outreach this last week. There's Shane playing his drum.
Yeah, I grew a little bit more facial hair since the last time you saw me. I'm kind of showing it off there.
There was a guy who came up and gave Shane a big hug. It's kind of strange.
Yeah, he's dropping all kinds of F-bombs, but telling me St. Patrick changed his life.
There's Mike Dorling doing his little dance. He was our main speaker, as you'll see later in the video.
Showing off some of his Irish pride there, cutting a jig. And there's his son, Bobby, one of the best pipers his age in the nation. And that's him actually playing, too. While Bobby was playing the pipes, a Muslim woman, PhD student up here at UMass, heard the sound, came in, stayed for the whole presentation. She filled out a contact card to find out when we were doing more events like that.
But tomorrow night we're going to talk about the fact that St. Patrick was real and what God did in and through his life. And we want you to come out and hear about it. It'll change your life. When Patrick first encountered the Irish, his first interaction with the Irish was he was grabbed in the middle of the night by some pirates who probably killed his parents. Probably wiped out that town or did some serious damage. Took him, dragged him, tied him up, took him, threw him in a boat. So his first encounter with the Irish was they were pirates, they kidnapped him and they sold him to be a slave. He had an experience with God and he surrendered his life to God. And here's how he described it later in his personal memoir, which is called his Confession. I was like a stone lying in deep mire or deep mud. And he that is mighty came, and in his mercy raised me up, and indeed lifted me high up and placed me on top of the wall. Well, Patrick had a dream. And in that dream there was a man standing there with letters, like he wanted to communicate with him, and he said to him, please come back and walk among us, holy boy. So Patrick knew, this is a message from God. God wants me to go back to Ireland. Now, how many of you would like to go back to the place that you'd really like to forget about? He was enslaved. He was treated like not a human being. And yet, he responds to that vision and he goes back in the year about 432. Why? Because he was a person of mission. He was a person of mission. Once he met Jesus, what Jesus wanted from him was the most important thing. Anything else took second place. But at the end of his life, he left them Christians, cleaned up, purified. Think about that. He didn't curse them. He didn't hate them. Of course, it was God's grace that changed his life and heart. But he left them the opposite of what they were when he first met them. Are there going to be people here at UMass that are the opposite of the way they were since they met you here?